Hey guys, Gene here from the BSP Wrestling Show, here to bring you guys my WWE Great Balls of Fire review. I watched it after I got off work last night. I've been working really late shifts, which is why my scheduling and uploading has kind of been a little bit weird. I'm trying to get it together, trying to get on a steady schedule again. Just give me some time, it'll be back to normal. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not quitting YouTube, none of that is happening. I'm still here, just trying to figure out some things as we're going along with these videos. So, I'm back. I know I didn't review Raw or SmackDown. I actually thought they were pretty good shows. I actually haven't even finished watching SmackDown, if we're being honest. Like I said, my scheduling's been all off. I've been trying to get back into a rhythm, but it's kind of hard. Just started a new job, and they have me working, most of the days of the week. So I'm just trying to get back into that rhythm that I was in before, just with different times. So like I said, I'll get that together. But I did catch Great Balls of Fire last night when I got off work. I've been hearing a ton of mixed reviews about the show. I thought it was a pretty solid show. Probably give it a 7 out of 10. I know that's probably kind of high. Some of the things that happened were a little bit weird, but the matches were good. There were some really good matches. We're gonna talk about that main event though. We're definitely gonna talk about that. But yeah, so the show kicked off with Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. It was pretty much a dominating performance by Bray Wyatt. He finally picked up a victory. I can't even be mad at that. The Eater of Pins actually pinned somebody for once. Seth did some good selling. Wyatt, like I said, finally wins a match. He had to cheat a little bit, but I guess if he's healed, that's what you're supposed to do sometimes. He poked Seth in the eye, was able to take advantage off of that. Sister Abigail picked up the victory. Solid match to kick off the show. Wasn't too bad. I guess they're going to continue with their rivalry though. That just seemed to be the theme of tonight. All the rivalries that are going down tonight, well, most of them are going to continue after this show is over. The Hardyz had a little promo before their 30-minute Iron Man match against Sheamus and Cesaro. They're still half broken, still kind of referencing it a little bit. They've been tweeting out this date 7/7/17 or something like that. I don't know if that's like, what is that, August 7th? I don't know, I'm bad with months. But yeah, they just talking about how they've been in a bunch of first matches, and tonight's going to be another first ever tag team Iron Man match. And they've broken barriers, and now they'll break bars or something, because Sheamus and Cesaro are the bar. I couldn't focus because Jeff's ear, he has a damn gauge in his ear, and it looks like a damn fidget spinner. Did you guys notice that? It looks like there's a fidget spinner in his ear. It's so annoying. But that's just Jeff. That's how he's always been. Jeff's cool. I'm not making fun of him. It just looked like a fidget spinner. I'm sorry, it did. Enzo got destroyed by Big Cass. He cut an epic promo in the beginning of the match. I think he referenced like Frank Sinatra. I think that's who he was referencing. But yeah, great promo. The crowd loved him. He was just pretty much doing whatever he could in that promo, because once the match started, he didn't really get in anything. Big Cass, what music did they just rush and gave him? Some default SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 created character music. That's what they gave him. I don't know what the heck that was. That was, they need to go ahead and change that. I know CFO or Jim Johnston they can come up with something better for Cass. Like, that was just ridiculous. I did not like that at all. But yeah, like I said, pure domination by Big Cass, as we expected. I do wish Enzo, during the match, even though he was getting destroyed, I wish Cass would have looked at him, and just been like, yep, I'm about to end this match now. You gonna fight back or something? And then Enzo just would have slapped him in the face. I would have loved it. Enzo didn't get nothing in. He just got the promo. That's all he got. I wish Enzo would have had that one slap to the face that would have pissed off Cass enough that he ended the match off of that. At least it would have showed Enzo had some fight in him. But he had no fight, so I don't even know why he even had this match. After that, we did get the 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Hardyz versus Cesaro and Sheamus. 20 seconds into the match, the champs had already scored a pinfall. Like, Sheamus started off with Matt Hardy, and then Cesaro hopped in the ring and ran at Matt Hardy, and he ducked up under a clothesline Matt tried to throw, and Matt was distracted, turned around, bro kick, 1, 2, 3. it was clever. I didn't see that coming. It just kind of happened. I was like, oh, well, they're up 1-0. Cesaro and Sheamus pretty much carried this match. Not because the Hardys aren't good or anything, but just because they were on the offense for most of the time. They picked up another pinfall off of their double team move. It's like, I don't know, like Cesaro jumped off the top rope and Sheamus had the white noise or whatever the hell it was. So they picked up another pinfall on that. The Hardys finally mounted some type of offense and got a pinfall. And then the champs got another pinfall. So it was 3-1 halfway through the match. Hardyz, like with 10 minutes left, they got a pinfall off of a leg drop pin. Like Matt held up, I forgot who it was. I think it was Cesaro. Held his legs. Jeff did the little leg drop that he does, and it transitioned into a pin attempt, and he picked up a pinfall off of that. And then after that, they were pretty much just, fighting for a little bit longer, and then the Hardys started getting closer and closer to tying it up. With about 5 minutes left, I think Matt got the pinfall with a tornado DDT. I can slam a tornado! He slammed a tornado, and he did nail a moonsault, but Cesaro kept stopping the pin. Matt finally got a twist of fate from the top rope, which was devastating, and they finally tied the match up with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. The Hardys did a double dive onto Sheamus, but once again, Cesaro came into the ring to stop the pin. Last 60 seconds, they were rushing. They were trying to hurry up and get a pinfall. Jeff Hardy nailed Sheamus with a Swanton bomb, but Cesaro slid into the ring and pinned Jeff, and they went up 4-3. I was like, what the hell just happened? Apparently, Cesaro was the legal man in the match, and he picked up a fall. But the way I was looking at it, Jeff was flailing his shoulders as that pinfall was happening, so his shoulder kept coming up. I don't know if that's what they're going to use on Raw tonight, but that's definitely what I saw. And then Jeff tried to chase Cesaro around the ring. He finally got him in, twist of fate, went for the pinfall, but time expired right as he hit the 2 count. And Cesaro and Sheamus retained their titles. Somehow during the match, Matt Hardy got busted open. Hit right above his eye was cut. It was a nice little cut there. He was bleeding. But yeah, so Sheamus and Cesaro keep their titles. I thought they were going to lose them, to be honest. But I guess they're going to remain tag team champions. I keep hearing that Sheamus is going off for a movie. I'm not too sure if that's actually true or not. But I heard he's going to be leaving soon, so maybe the Hardys get the titles tonight. I don't know what they're going to do on Raw. But yeah, maybe they'll make that case that Jeff's shoulders were up for that final pinfall, so it was actually a tie. There's just something they would do on Raw. Next match we got Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks, Raw Women's Championship. This was another good match. These two fought like they really did hate each other, and there's rumors that they actually don't like each other. I'm not sure how true that one is. But yeah, that's how they fought. Like, they did not like each other. Back and forth, very enjoyable. Alexa kept the title on a count out, which means this rivalry is going to continue. Like I said, that was the theme for the night. All these rivalries are going to continue on till SummerSlam, which is fine, but still, like, why even have the pay-per-view then? If this is just all we're going to do. So yeah, Alexa got counted out. Sasha was very close to picking up the Raw Women's Championship countless times. But yeah, after it though, Sasha ran after Alexa. She wasn't just gonna let her get away with that. They started fighting near the entrance ramp and everything. Fought over by the announce table. Alexa got her onto the announce table, but Sasha tossed her off and then hit her double knees from the top of the announce table onto the floor, which looked like it hurt. And I think Alexa, like, her mouth was cut or something. She was bleeding. Everybody was bleeding tonight. Why was everybody bleeding? This isn't Extreme Rules where we got no blood. Everybody was just bleeding tonight, because why not? Why not? IC Championship match, Miz with Maurice and the Miztourage versus Dean Ambrose. Dean had no chance of winning this match, and that's exactly what happened. He did not win this match. This match didn't really do much for me. I kind of was like not really paying attention to it, to be honest. It was really boring. I already knew the Miztourage were going to help Miz win. That's what happened. I don't know what it is with Dean Ambrose's matches. Like, lately, I haven't really been caring. Maybe he needs to switch it up a little bit, or actually embraced his lunatic in him. Like, he tried to attack the Miz Taraj, but it didn't really do any damage, man. I don't know what's up with him. But, yeah, the Miz retained his title. Who cares? Hopefully he can move on to somebody else now. Because I'm tired of these two fighting at this point. Next we got Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns in an ambulance match. This wasn't a match, though. This was a freaking fight. Like, they were killing each other in the ring. But the more rememberable parts are at the end of the match. So they were fighting over by the ambulance. Strowman pulled out like a backboard from the stretcher or whatever. Started smacking Reigns with that. Then they kind of started doing some of the same spots they did on Raw. Strowman like tossed him onto the stage, and Roman got tossed off the stage into the ambulance. And then they started fighting over by the video board. And Strowman actually got put through the video board. Like, it broke. Like, there was just a big hole there for the rest of the night. But he still crawled out of that. Still resilient. They fought a little bit more. Reigns started, throwing him into the back of the ambulance and was hitting him on the door and everything. Superman punching him. And then he went for a spear. Why did Roman Reigns go for a spear? I don't know. But Strowman took full advantage, and Reigns' momentum carried him into the ambulance, where Strowman shut the doors and won the match. I was like, okay, that's cool with me. Strowman won. I'm fine with that. But after the match is where it got interesting, because Reigns hopped back out of the back part of the ambulance that was supposed to drive away, but it didn't. He hopped out of the back, speared Braun Strowman, started kicking his ass a little bit more, and then actually got him inside the ambulance. And then he took the driver out of the front seat, who wasn't driving the ambulance away like he was supposed to, threw him out, and drove to the back where they set it up. Roman gets to the parking garage or whatever and reverses the ambulance with Strowman in the back part of it, reverses it into one of the production trucks or whatever that was just sitting there, and absolutely destroys the back part of the ambulance. And he gets out, Kurt Angle and referees and Jamie Noble, everybody comes up like, what the hell? What just happened? And Reigns just like takes his loss and just walks away after that. And they had to call like an ambulance to come and use the jaws of life to open the door and all this other. Even though the door they were opening wasn't smashed, it was kind of a little bit weird. I get the point though. They're trying to make it look more devastating than it actually was. So they finally get it open. During this time, they have Heath Slater and Curt Hawkins, who neither was prepared for a match, go out there and have an impromptu match that Heath Slater won. I don't even know how he won. They cut away from the match while the match was going on, and then all we hear is, here's your winner, Heath Slater. I'm just like, what? Nobody was paying attention anyway. Why'd you just have that match? That was so pointless. I really don't understand that decision. But, yeah, so they get the door open. Strowman crawls out of there barely. They got the medical attention, and he's just refusing. He is not going to be attended to by the medical people. He's not. He keeps stumbling, falling back down, trying to get back up, falling again. He finally gets to his feet and just, walks away. They're just like, Braun, you need help. We're trying to help you. He grabs onto like the mirror of this little tour bus that was there. And he had this look on his face with blood pouring down. He had blood on his arms and everything. He looked back with just this face like, nah, I don't need y'all. I'm good. And just walked away. It felt like a badass babyface turn, to be honest. That's what it felt like. It really felt like that. And Reigns came across as a heel. This wasn't a heel turn, but I could see how some people would say, this is a heel turn for him. And, everybody's like, oh, okay, well, Reigns is just paying him back for everything he did to him. Strowman had more damage done to him than Reigns has had damage to him. The most Reigns had was like some bandaged shoulders. Strowman was literally out for 6 weeks. Reigns literally put him out of commission for 6 weeks, and he had to have surgery and all this other stuff. Granted, that probably wasn't the plan, but I'm just saying, if that's the story they're going with, Reigns has done more damage to Strowman. Strowman just came back, so he's trying to, pay Reigns back for him taking him out. So that's why I feel like it came like Reigns lost the match clean. There was no dirty tactics involved. He lost the match and couldn't handle losing and went off on Strowman. I liked it, but it comes across as heel. Your top babyface has now lost the match clean and takes it out on his heel opponent. What was his beef? He lost. You couldn't just take that on the chin and just walked away? Like, all right, cool, whatever, you got me there. No, he had to attack him. That's why it comes across as heel. But anyway, Strowman, with all the blood on his face and everything, like I said, everybody was bleeding, came across as a badass, and I loved it. They're just continuing to make him look good. Even, with whatever Reigns tried to do to him, he still walked away from it. So, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine. Hope these guys are done now. There's nothing more they can possibly do unless they have, like, I don't know, a freaking Inferno match. But they're not going to do that no more. So yeah, I hope that's done. Now let's talk about this main event. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Universal Championship. Joe was itching to pull up on Brock during the introductions, and he did that. He immediately knocked him out of the ring when Paul Heyman was announcing Brock, and then he urinagi'd him onto the announce table that just shattered. There was no resistance to that table at all. He just urinagi'd him onto the announce table and caught him by surprise. Brock finally regrouped after a few minutes, got into the ring. The ref was like, "You good to go?" Brock was like, "Yep." Started the match. Samoa Joe got back on the attack. Both were being physical with each other. Joe was trying to completely lock in the coquina clutch. And Brock kept getting out of it. Nailed a suplex, then another. And then he hit his third one, and then Joe prevented a fourth one from happening while he grabbed the ref close to him and then kicked Brock Lesnar in the groin area. The ref didn't see it, of course, so Joe went back to the attack after that, hit another uranagi, only got a 2 count there on that, and he put the coquina clutch back onto him. I can never say that. Coquina clutch. Brock was fighting the grip that Samoa Joe was putting on him. He was turning red, turning purple, all this other stuff. But he broke out of it, hit him with a side slam. Joe was sitting in the corner. Brock ran at him, missed, hit the post, the ring post, and Joe tried to take advantage, but Brock quickly ducked between his legs, came back up, suplexed him, went for a trio suplexes. And then he went for an F5, but Joe slipped out, locked in the coquina one more time. Brock fell to one knee again. He was still purple, sweating, looked like he was dying in there. Got out, F5, retained the title. I was like, no. If Brock is gonna win, fine, because that means they're gonna have more matches. Definitely after Joe's performance, they gotta have more matches. But you make this man lose to one F5, really? One? That's it? Just one. After Brock has gotten his ass kicked this whole match, you have him just, boom, F5, it's over. Joe wasn't tired. He was just locking in coquina clutches and stuff. He wasn't as beat up as Brock was. Come on, man. You got to make Joe look a little bit better in the end. He was looking good the whole match, and then you get to the end, and it's like, they kind of dropped the ball with the ending there. Still a good match. Still not going to take away from the match as a whole. Good job, Brock, selling for Joe. Except, with the F5 win. Other than that, though, this is very interesting. I like these two facing off against each other, because Joe looked like he was literally going to beat him. And I thought it was going to happen. I want to see more from these guys. Great main event. Bad ending. Brock was moments away from losing that title. Man, I swear, Brock was turning so purple, he was looking like Violet Beauregard from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by the end of the match. And the way he walked away at the end, he was just like, oh God, you really did some damage to me. Like, he was trying to catch his breath, and he was all red and purple and stuff, and was clutching his throat, coughing and stuff. This wasn't just a normal, Brock walking away, yeah, I'm Brock. No, he looked like there was some chinks in his armor. and he has a legitimate threat coming at him. And Joe stared at him as he walked away too, like, all right, yeah, you caught me. We got some more to do. We not finished here. I'm gonna pull up on you one more time, and we gonna do this again. So I can't wait to see that. Hopefully they make it right, and Samoa Joe becomes the next Universal Champion. But yeah, like I said, 7 out of 10 for the show. Few weird things, especially with that Brock match. I feel like if they would have just had Brock, do a few false finishes with them, just a couple. You don't got to do too much. Have him take like 3 F5s. Reigns took 3 F5s from Brock, and he was in worse shape than what Joe was. Come on, man. You got to make Joe look way better than that. Joe is choked out Roman Reigns, so you can't make him look less than Roman Reigns. He has to be either on his level or above it. So that's my Great Balls of Fire review. I'm going to check out Raw tonight. I'm working late again, so I'm going to have to check it out when I get off work. But it'll be on DVR, so it won't take me that long to get through it, especially if it's terrible. If it's terrible, I probably won't do a review. I'll definitely do a SmackDown review for tomorrow. It sucks because I wanted to review the SmackDown that came on last Tuesday. I might still do it. I might, if I have the time, instead of doing a Raw review tonight, I might just do a SmackDown review from last week, and then I'll review the other SmackDown tomorrow because I don't have to work tomorrow. So SmackDown will be normal. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, sorry for the lack of content. I'm gonna get back into it. I'll probably just do a channel update for you guys on some things I want to do for the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Slap a like on the video if you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you for the guys who are still here, still subscribed, still hanging around. Promise you we're going to get back on track. And I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.